That's the mine where the line of the lode, where they followed the ore. And Broken Hill, the mine, is the second largest miner of zinc after Mount Isa, but means this is the second largest of zinc in the world. And that's the mine over there. This is what built this town. It's one of the single largest contributor to the wealth of Australia up to the 1960s. But that's the slag heaps that you see there piled up there, just piled up over the years. And up to the 1920s and 1930s, there would have been furnaces and that blasting things, just all this noxious and toxic smoke been covering this town. So they've come a long way in how they do things. Broken Hill, ladies and gentlemen, from this point of view. We go with a bit of a closer look to the mine there. All the trains, the goods trains and all that. This is the reason Broken Hill actually exists. So this is part of the mine that is no longer in use, but so that's no longer being used. Modern methods, modern ways of doing things have changed in mining. It was the central power station that was built in 1931 apparently, and it was in use. It was extended in 1950 when it powered the Broken Hill mines. It stopped being used in 1986, and so this particular power station was what powered the mines here in Broken Hill. Yes, as modern technologies come into play, some of the older technologies become obsolete, and thus the buildings that become obsolete as well. And apparently this is going to be a film and television studio precinct. Whether that will actually happen is another thing. The ironstone of that building that's definitely 1900s, definitely the 19th century, but you can see these were a bit more modern. These are the 20th century power stations here. That would be the 1920s. This big, solid construction. These buildings, it's the same with that, and they're just solid. They designed them, built them to stay. You can imagine the thousands of workers that used to be here, the workforce, just to keep this place going. That's the general office there, and Science Saints dance studio as well. This is part of the slag heap. All this come from the mine underground, and they just pack them up, pile them up, and level them down. This is just after years of mine activity, and this is the result. They build up mountains of slag piles like that. Could call them man-made hills, man-made mountains. Well, that's obviously another part of the mine that's no longer being used. Yeah, so I'm just exploring around this old mine site here, which is within an active mine site.